Hello and welcome to Never a Foul. Of course, if you're here, hit that like button. This is the first thing I'm going to say. But welcome to this stream. The first stream, second stream after the Premier League. The first stream for me after the Premier League is done. We're here to talk about transfer market. What club needs what to compete next year? Transfer market update. Declan Rice, Harry Kane, Ugarte, McAllister to Liverpool, of course. And the new reports about Marcus Rashford being out. And what does it mean for Manchester United in the FA Cup final facing Man City this Sunday?
It's Martial.
Martial.
Yeah, Martial. Yeah, shock.
Did
Right?
I say Martial?
You said Marcus Rashford.
Oh shit!
Doesn't matter either way.
Doesn't matter. We're gonna have to play a little bit of
It matters. Who says it doesn't matter? Who just?
I
say
it doesn't. I say it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters, man. But it's just I don't
and
know.
Also, we're gonna talk about Lukaku with Megan Thee Stallion. Of course, did you see guys this shit?
He is him.
What?
He is him.
Did you guys see this shit?
Basically, Megan Thee Stallion's been going around to these football matches, and no one knows who. Like she's at stadiums, and people she's just doing what Kim Kardashian was doing, just to end up at Lautaro Martinez's wedding with Lukaku. And then you've been dating for a while.
Hey, apparently. Lukaku, listen, bro. Make sure you don't pull out no swammy on her because she will go to the police. Do not shoot her. Not that I mean, by the way, no one shoot no one. By the way, but
oh, it says I'm coming from Big Six.
But I thought Lukaku had this girl Sarah as a girlfriend before.
Daniel, send me their team of the season. Which was their funny? I need to know this, by the way. Can someone send me just send it on Discord or something? I want to know this. They said
I'm gonna do the team of the season. Daps doesn't want to do it because he thinks that he wants to do it after the Champions League and after the FA Cup final. But I think this is Premier League team of the season.
Because this is a thing, right? This is a thing that you can't do that because I even had someone the other day, like I think yesterday. Yeah, that was it. Yesterday on Matisse's show, we were talking about. I think Matisse had graded Man United a B. Their season is a B, and then we were and everyone was saying he was saying this is just based on the Premier League. But every 2 minutes, but you've got to take into consideration they won a cup, and you can't do it.
100%. But the team of the season is different. I'm talking about, for example, Arsenal played some of their B team. Man United, most of the games in the early round played their B team. I'm talking about the Premier League team of the season as players. It has nothing to do with their performances.
We're not doing it. We're not doing it.
You're not doing it because your team is in the 2 cup finals.
But also think about it. Mo, think about it right now, yeah? Anyone that's watching this show has probably watched the last 6 hours. They've watched shows on Team of the fucking Year, bro, because everyone is doing them right now. So why do we want to do something that everyone else is doing at the moment?
I'm not saying that we should do it now. And I see what you're saying. But to include, for example, if someone scored in the Champions League final or someone scored in the FA Cup final, that doesn't count because, for example, Manchester City might rest some players in the FA Cup final because they're going to play Champions League. Man United won't have Lisandro Martinez in the FA Cup final. If they lose, does that take away from his season, Lisandro Martinez?
I mean, Lisandro Martinez is not in a conversation for team of the season anyway.
No, he's in every single. Of course, he is. What are you talking about?
No, he's in conversation, but
he's not going to be in my team of the season no matter what. But he is in every people. He's a nominee. Of course. What are you talking about? He's not a nominee.
In my opinion, he shouldn't be. No.
Well, that's your opinion then.
That's your opinion.
It could be a nomination for something like. Who's had Newcomer, right? He's had a great season.
Wait. Don't say no more. That's a great idea. We won't speak no more. Yeah.
We'll do that. Anyway, I don't want to talk about team of the season. Let's talk about transfer. Let's talk about who needs what. And I want to start.
So I've just realized, you know what Cass needs?
Yeah, I need to go. We're going to do it a little bit different.
No. You need. I've just realized why you're so keen to get those lights for outside. Those lights outside would look banging right now, wouldn't they?
Oh, because there's a reflection on the window, right?
Why
are you telling people that? Now they can watch me watching. Nah, man.
It's all right. Anyway, I didn't actually. I don't know what is this show about. All I know is that who needs who. That's all I know.
Thanks for telling the viewers that. Well, just try out on organized. We really are. Truly.
No, but that kind of shows because I was thinking, I was thinking, do I need to do some?
I really don't know because you said something about is it a competition or is it what?
No. So the way this is gonna go is because we want to do what we can't do it. The thing is, it's a bit unfair not to put the Aston Villas and Brightons in this conversation anymore. So to get obviously more content out and actually talk more in detail, I said to that's why don't we do it where we spin the wheel quickly, yeah. We do a top 5 team, then do the next like 5th to 10th team, and then we do a couple teams from literally below 10th, like the Chelsea and that they are in there. By the way, whoever finished from 11th to whoever stayed up, and then we'll do the next couple promotion teams.
Do another show a couple of days. So we do a few shows like this. Sorry, can I just say, by the way, I wanted to say
this show is about transfer news.
No, it kind of is. Right. So what it is what things each team needs to do this summer to go stronger next season. Yeah. So
to be second.
Year. Sorry, can I just say something quickly though? 24 years ago today, to this day, Manchester City beat Gillingham in the Division 1 playoff final. The start. Yeah, you heard that right.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
So 24 years ago today, Manchester City beat Gillingham in the Division 1 playoff final to go up to the Championship. 24 years ago today. So salute to Andy Morrison, our captain at the time, Nicky Weaver, Paul Dickoff, all them, man. The start of where we are now. That's why and they wore this kit, and they wore this top.
Well,
that's why I've got it on.
If people care or don't care, it doesn't matter. It's just, to be honest, maybe that was the start of what we're seeing now.
Listen, if we didn't win that playoff final, we wouldn't be where we are now. So
maybe, you're right. You're absolutely right. You might not. Nobody would put you. Yeah, maybe not. Anyway,
wait. Hold on a second. I know it's a little arrogant spell about you today.
Me?
No, the way you just laughed at Gillingham. Okay, we'll see you soon, bro. Don't you worry. You keep laughing.
I really don't, because
keep
I'm
laughing.
not laughing at you. Remember, I'm not laughing at you. There are some comments here that because I'm reading the comments while you talk, so I'm laughing at them. Some of the comments.
No. I'm taking it personal. You're laughing at City, and
you
can
take
hold
it personal,
that.
whatever you want. It's not personal between me and you.
You can hold that in what? How many?
You don't want me to start talking about Man City now. You don't. I'm not. It's not personal.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
just
Monday,
win against
Tuesday,
Man United first and then come talk to us. Okay,
Friday.
Just win against Man United.
11 days you've got, Mo. 11 days.
Just win against Man United first. And then come talk to me.
This is what I'm saying.
Wait, how about you go and win?
Just win first.
How about you go and win a league, then come and talk to me?
We did 2 years ago. We're just not as rich as you. We have no sugar daddy to spend money on us. This is what the difference.
Sound a bit bitter there. I
am a little bit jealous, but I just calling it as it is. We don't have sugar daddy. Our sugar daddy is held prisoner in China.
Sugar daddy. Anyway, 11 days to go, Mo. Right. So have someone loaded up a wheel? I think I can see a wheel behind you on the window.
Yeah, that's the one that's going to be loaded up right now. So we're just going to choose another.
So that everyone can see. Do you want to put it over my face?
I've done no idea. Pause, but yeah, you'll see.
Yeah, you haven't.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna literally just one team at a time, so we can actually talk about them in depth. Let's shuffle quick. Do that.
Okay.
Boom.
We can do this in a different area of the screen, isn't it? We don't have to.
Nah, not really.
Cover so we don't have to cover cats.
No, let's cover cats.
Yeah, it don't matter. It's gonna come back off anyways. Oh, don't land on my team. Don't land on my team. Oh, nice, Liverpool.
Where is? I don't see.
It's right there in front of you. Are you?
Oh yeah, sorry. It's too small for me on the screen, bro. I was like,
I'll have to cross.
Was it too small for you? Do you need him to get it bigger?
Right. It always needs to get bigger. Always. That's a non-stop thing, bro.
Mad. You lot are moving mad.
I don't know. I was talking about the wheel.
Me too.
Yeah. Everyone can see. Look, it's Liverpool. Can you see that? Yeah. Sweet.
Oh, brilliant! So we're talking about Liverpool.
So Liverpool Football Club.
Right then. So what do Liverpool need?
Yeah. What do Liverpool need? All right. What do Liverpool need in the summer? And it could be any
board.
player. If you're going to see one player, I'm going to try.
So let me report. So I'm not sure if people are following Spanish media a little bit. So in the last couple of days, there is the reports coming from Marca and from Barcelona media that Julius Conde is in negotiation with Liverpool. He asked to leave Barcelona after 1 year. He's not happy. You can just that was 5 days ago, and then yesterday the news came that he actually wants to leave, and there is actually a price tag apparently for this guy. 50 million euros
for who?
This guy. For Conde. You remember Conde, the French right centre back, right back
from Barca,
from Barcelona, the guy that left Sevilla, the one that left Sevilla.
He wants to leave Barca now.
Yeah, people. Yeah, that's from Spain. But anyway, long story short, that's not my point. But I think, in my opinion, apart from having a midfielder coming to their club, I think they definitely need that kind of player. A player, let me just say, like Nathan Ake, but maybe on the other side. What I mean by that is that a player that can be a right back / right center back if you play back three, but also can be in the back two. Does that make sense? Because if they're going to go forward with this inverted Trent Alexander-Arnold going to the midfield, they will need a certain kind of player like Kyle Walker, Nathan Ake, even Manuel Akanji. These type of players give you flexibility on the pitch. You can play back three, you can play back four. And there is not a lot of them. There is like Bastoni, there is Conde, who's a right back. There is Benjamin Pavard, who's now priced only 20 million from Bayern Munich.
And apparently, hold on, and he's just putting a transfer request, isn't he?
Yeah, Benjamin Pavard. No, let me make sure. Maybe you're right.
Pavard's putting a transfer request. I saw it today.
If he's free,
no, he's not free. He's putting a transfer. He's not free. He's
2024. Yeah, yes, Cass. 2024.
He's not free. He's putting a transfer request. He's just put one in because City are being linked with him apparently as well. So I can't see that. But.
So 25 million euro for this. Okay, you get a right back that can play in the back four. You get a right center back that can play in a back three. You can get someone who can play in a back four as a center back in a back four. These are kind of players. This is why Conde makes so more sense to be signing for Liverpool. Someone who is linked to the Premier League before, played for Barcelona this year, won the league already. He is a French international, similar to Benjamin Pavard. I think he's a better player than Pavard, to be honest.
Yeah, we were looking at him heavily when we got Diaz, and I watched a bit of him. He's
in your opinion, your player pick, what you're going to say is that they need a backup right back. Is that what you're saying? That's what they need.
That's my opinion. Is not their first signing, but I think it's very important for them to get a right centre back, someone like that.
And do you know what? I get what Mo's doing here because we could come on here and go,
McAllister.
They need McAllister. Okay, next, right? We kind of, and I'm sorry, I do think they're getting McAllister. Like I get they were wrong about Jude, but they can't be wrong again about this. I do think they're going to get McAllister. I think Koundé's a good one. I think Pavard's a good shout as well. A very good shout, to be honest.
Bastoni is not leaving Inter. He's outpriced. He's priced out of their level, to be honest.
Look,
who else? Who else is that? Can someone remind me who else in the world? Maybe Kaz knows more than me here. Who is more as this back four, back three player? You know what I mean?
Well, I thought if there's one player they need is like obviously you can go for the obvious one, but I'm gonna say Ndika, the left centre back. You're saying Koundé obviously can play right back, right centre back. Van Dijk can go back to maybe left, but I'm gonna say Ndika on a free. I've seen them were kind of linked, and there's one more name that I was looking at, which is better than Ndika for me. It's Gonçalo Inácio, which is they are linked with from Sporting Lisbon, and that will piss me right off. Piss me off. I don't want to see them get this guy, but I think that's a player they need because look, Joe Gomez not good enough. Can we all agree that Joe Gomez is
Matip is gone? Yes, I agree with you.
Matip is past it, man. He's going back to his injury ways again. He had 2 good years at Liverpool, maybe 3. I would say 2 solid seasons, and then you got to look at the other part. Konate can't really stay fit. Can you really trust him? Maybe he's a bit too young. I don't know if it's going to work out for him at Liverpool, but him and Van Dijk just don't work out for me. Gavardio, don't say that name, Abdi.
He is outpriced. Why
too much?
Being realistic?
I think that's the same with City. This is why I think even with City, that if Laporte does go, Vardy was an option. But now in hindsight, I think we'd probably look at someone like Benjamin Pavard from Bayern and go, that is more suited to us than spending what? How much is Vardy going to cost? About 80 million or something.
80 million euros or some kind of weird. But do you know who else would suit them really well?
Go on.
Korea. Forget his season this season, but he is that left center back, Van Dijk in the middle, Konate on the right.
Howler.
Why? Because he's bad this season. But no, I'm not counting this season.
Did you just hear that? Kukurea.
No, I'm not. Like for Kukurea, I'm not counting. Manchester City wanted him. So why not?
No, we did. We wanted him, but we didn't want to pay that much money for him.
That's because he played for Chelsea this year. But that doesn't represent how good he was in the year before.
Kukurea is nothing better.
Anybody that joined Chelsea now we're gonna rate Kovacic based on Chelsea this year?
So let's get a bit of sense. Let's get a bit of sense here, to this situation right now. We already know that Liverpool are going to need a central midfielder, right? McAllister ain't going to be too cheap. They probably need two central midfielders, realistically, yeah?
They will.
Right, and then we're talking about getting a fullback as well. Now, we know that Liverpool, currently, they haven't got new owners, yeah? So they're going to be trying to spend wisely. You've just told me that Pavard's how much?
25 euros, so 20 million pounds.
25, and he can come into midfield, play midfield comfortably as well, right? Invert.
He's not a midfielder. He's only a back. He's the back line.
but you're pretty confident that he could invert, right?
No. He's not. He is actually the one that makes your fullback invert.
Oh, for real? Are you sure?
That's the Bayern Munich. Yeah. Bayern Munich do this. So he plays in the back line, so the people around him can invert, can go inside. Like Trent can invert if they get a left back because Robertson. He is the perfect right center back or mid center back. You know what I mean? He's that guy.
So, would you be thinking that they get one of them and Kukurea? Or you saying
that's no. I'm just gave Kukurea. Why? Because there are reports that Kukurea will go cheap.
What?
Yeah,
yes. Chelsea have to sell, and they might sell him for like 30 million.
I heard that. I was seeing that Pochettino doesn't also not want Kukurea. He prefers Chilwell and he prefers Lewis Hall. And Lewis Hall is looking like a very, very decent player.
Yeah, and I would like someone like him in it.
And do you remember who used to be like that? Who used to be like that? Danny Rose. There's not much difference in the way they are. I think Danny Rose is obviously a lot more
very
physical.
Similar, yes.
But similar height, similar pace, good on the ball, got a wicked
crossing, yes.
Yeah.
I think why I said Kukurea. I'm not saying Kukurea for 60 million. He's not even worth 40 million.
When you say for what Liverpool needs, I can't lie. I know Kukurea had a bad season.
You know why I said Kukurea? Let me go ahead.
Relax. Kardama. But what's it called? Tsimikas and Kukurea. What's the difference right now, currently?
Tsimikas is a flying left back. He's not like a left center back. He cannot defend.
Yeah. So okay, cool. He's a flying left back. Is Kukurea a flying left back?
No, he's not.
Okay, cool. So when Liverpool end up getting the DM they want, what do they want?
They want they want a left center back. No, why? You're saying that they're gonna go back to Trent and Robertson being high on the pitch again.
Let's be honest, Klopp's tactics ain't outdated. They're not bad, bro. It's just that he hasn't got the required tools to do what he wants to do. Okay. Same thing with Erik ten Hag. Same thing to do with a few other managers. Same thing with Arteta has. He hadn't had his tools. I just don't think Klopp's got his tools yet. Look, they ain't got issues scoring goals. Liverpool can score goals, man.
Yeah. They need nothing up top.
The line is so back. The line is so back now. Yeah, it's so back. Like you remember how high Liverpool's line used to be. Now they ain't got a DM there. Look, they need a DM and they need a couple more centre mids. Okay. And I just think Kukurea just won't be that player for them. And I think that'd be a waste of money. And I don't think Liverpool got a massive budget either, if I'm being told.
I'll tell you why Kukurea, because Konate can be a right centre back like Kyle Walker, Van Dijk in the middle, Kukurea left centre back, and Trent inverts inside. Why I'm saying this? Because Van Dijk is getting worse, right? He's getting worse. We know that one of the things that Liverpool did in 2018 in January when Van Dijk joined, this is when Liverpool transformed. This is when Liverpool started playing very, very high line. They are very protected with this guy, Van Dijk, and he was on top of his game. He is not. And I doubt that there is going to be a center back that will come into Liverpool and do the same job. I doubt it. They will have to have a little bit of protection from one of the fullbacks again. That Liverpool that we saw, the high energy Liverpool, high line, Van Dijk 1-on-1 can defend against anybody. I don't think we're seeing this. I don't see any defender in the world right now as good as the Van Dijk was in 2018-19.
I hear it.
And also, Kaz, let me ask you something. Who is the DM they are linked at? Who is the DM they are linked at? They are linked to, all they are linked to
Lavia?
are number 8. Number 8.
No, but they're linked to Lavia and Palhinha.
Palhinha, yes. Lavia, no. I think Palhinha is. Lavia isn't. Lavia is more of not defensive. Like Palhinha is like Casemiro. You know? I'm very defensive. I'm a destroyer in the middle. You're not getting past me.
Palhinha's not bad on the ball either, though. He's not that bad on the ball. You give him a couple technicians, you're great. You're good to go.
Casemiro isn't bad on the ball. You know that. He has the highest GA in the league.
You trying to say Lavia more like a Gundogan type role or something?
No, but he's more like a McAllister for me. He can drive with the ball. He can dribble forward. Look at this guy. He's good on the ball. Yeah. Guardiola doesn't have someone like Casemiro.
No, he doesn't.
Thuram, the young baller as well. They're linked with him. Like, clearly, Klopp wants a young baller in DM. Like,
you've been watching Grizz. You're linking Liverpool with everyone here. You've been watching too much Grizz.
Literally, when I was on my phone on Twitter, I literally saw.
Say the name again. What's his name again?
Fabrizio Ricano. Fabrizio Ricano.
Oh God. But yeah, no, I saw them linked with not Lavia, but also not just Lavia, but also Kef and Thuram as well.
Diaz? Who said Diaz is the best defender right now? Guys, I'm not arguing Diaz versus Van Dijk.
No, I'm not doing that today. It's not that show. Go on Big Sixpence.
No, but I'm not doing that.
I think Liverpool looking back to roots. I don't think they're just going to go for one style of DM. I think they might look for two that can play a centre mid.
Realistically, Cass, you think they're going to put Trent back at right back, allowing teams to attack that side again?
I'm quite shocked that they're letting Ugarte a 52 million. But by the way, I think that's in euros. I'm not too sure on his whatever.
Yes, 45 million pounds. Yes, you're right.
Why are they letting that man go to Chelsea out of all places? Like, I'm thinking that's perfect for Liverpool. High energy, great long shot on him. He's a good upcoming young player. Can do the role in the 6 and the 8. Obviously, I think he's better as an 8, box to box. And then go get DM, and you're thinking like, bro, there you go. You can start your base.
I'm very surprised that until this moment, Liverpool aren't linked in a DM. They aren't linked to a DM. It's so strange.
Yeah, I find it.
Oh my God. That guy, the guy through the World Cup that I loved.
Which team?
You're talking about
Amrabat.
He's being linked with West Ham. So if Declan Rice is to go, they're gonna get the same player basically in Amrabat. And I'm thinking, bro, they won't have any issues going to get him. Cheap option as well. Just got all that money. Obviously, if West Ham come up, then we'll talk about them and what is. But that's wicked.
I still just need to find
Amrabat. Look where Fiorentina are. They just lost their final and they're in another final, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
He's not having a bad season, is he?
Dude, he's so good, bro. No. Every time I watch this guy in Serie A, not a lot, maybe like 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, when the odd game that comes along,
he is very good. Like he is not Daps. You know when you always talk about Daps about like the World Cup hype. People watch players only in the World Cup, and now I'm watching this guy with Fiorentina. He looks exactly the same as he plays with Morocco. It's not like just a national team thing. He looks exactly the same guy. Runs a lot, tackles a lot, passes a lot.
Can I just read this? I saw this earlier. So someone, either one of you two guys or someone in the comments will be able to tell me who it is. George Schmud SCHMADTKE. Is he something to do with Liverpool?
Who?
Say that again. Say the name again.
So George is in JORG, yeah? And then SCHMADTKE.
What the food of
George Schmidt?
Schmidt?
Well, you two Google it, or someone will say in here, he's a new sporting director for 3 months. Thank you. Right, so let me read out. Yeah, Liverpool got a sporting director for 3 months. Let me read out a statement he made. I don't have a budget yet. Seriously, transfers are always complicated. When a player moves from A to B, it's mostly about small things that are difficult to influence and unrelated to making money. For example, how the player integrates with his family in the city, what his place in the team should be, how he can show his maximum performance. You have to take that into account. The sums involved in these transfers are almost irrelevant.
What are you about? You're talking about the guy from Wolfsburg they were literally linked to, isn't it? That guy.
So they've got someone, but that's a statement he's made. I just saw Drifty tweeted it, Hold Tight Drifty from Coppish, saying he's slightly worried that there is an element of, is he making excuses already?
already. That's exactly what I'm hearing, Daps. It's an excuse.
So I can understand that. Obviously, German Klopp can talk to him and everything, and Bundesliga are footballing people, but he's not wrong. Like, you got to think about it. Sometimes you're not wrong.
I agree 100%, bro.
If we know anything about Liverpool currently in a transfer strategy, we go off what they were good at. They haven't been anything great of recent. Let's be honest. There's people questioning Luis Diaz. There's people questioning. Obviously, I think Gakpo is a good signing. Who I think he will become good. People question Nunes all season. You know, they haven't had great transfers over the recent couple of years since Michael Edwards has left. So I think he's not wrong. They need to rebuild and go through with something new, like a completely new direction, and put some stamp on his own authority as well. But who knows? I don't know what.
Fabrizio Romano's just tweeted about that Kone.
Who? Kouadio Kone?
No, Manu Kone.
Yeah, Manu Kouadio Kone.
Yeah.
Who with?
Liverpool.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man! Oh, just
only
me out, bro.
It's only tapping. It's only tapping. That don't mean that much, bro.
No, but he's man. Not him. Not him.
Where does he play?
Oh, he's wicked, man. He's 8. He's an 8, but he's like a DM 8. He's more of an 8, I think. But he's so good. You don't. You know what I compared him to? Yeah. So remember Moussa Dembele?
Yeah.
He don't lose the ball. He just doesn't lose the ball. Like, that's him. Honestly,
Why are you mad, Cass? You wanted United to get some ballers like that.
This comes linked with Mason Mount, man. The guy can't even keep the ball to save his life. Fuck, stress me out, man.
Well, we're saying he would be a good signing for Liverpool, right? That's what Liverpool needs.
Kouadio Kone would absolutely thrive under Klopp. Thrive.
Well, there we go then. Thank you, Fabrizio. You've just helped us in our Liverpool section. Does that mean we can move on to someone else now?
Yeah, let's just
move on. Before we move on, I want to say something
man.
about Liverpool. Before we move on, this guy, man, or Coney or whatever.
It's 20 million. 20 million pounds, 25 million.
20 million only?
Yes, he's rated 25 million.
I'm feeling like Liverpool should go for a high-profile players. From being linked to Bellingham, you're going down to McAllister. Now you're going down to this guy. I think Liverpool, I know that they don't have the money, but their fans should demand more.
I'm telling you now, yeah.
If you want to, I know that Cass wants to talk about Klopp. Cass wants to talk about Jurgen Klopp is going to work with this, is going to work with that. Not everybody's going to come in and be like Fabinho. Not everybody's going to be like Wijnaldum.
Direction of modern football, like with these players that he's going to get, he can only upgrade. That's what I'm trying to get at. So I think
superstars, Cass.
No, but you know what it is? I don't even think, in my thoughts, if we're going to talk about McAllister, I don't even think they're going to be able to afford him, because recently, Fabrizio, and it's been up for a week now, yeah, actually a little bit longer than a couple, let's say about a couple of weeks, about McAllister to Liverpool. Personal terms, great, but the fee, it's all about the fee. They can't work out a fee. They don't want to pay 80 million.
That's why I don't think Liverpool are going to compete.
Jude Bellingham's going to Real Madrid for about 80 odd million, right?
Yes.
Liverpool's valuation was a far off. I'm not going to say Champions League might be a factor. They pulled out, and I think they've probably done a good deal on that part. But they ain't going to pay no 75, 80 million on McAllister. They're going to try to get that down to 60 million. They're going to try to get it down to 60 million. Trust me, Brighton want 80 million for both Caicedo and McAllister.
But Bo, I'll be real with you. I said this in January when Arsenal raided Brighton for Trossard. You got to remember that every time a team sells a player, they're going to want that little bit more for the next player, because they don't want to lose their whole team. So if you, with Brighton at the moment, whoever you got to strike early, because you want to be because if you don't, then understand the next person's going to...
I hear what you're saying. The demand will be a lot higher. Personally, I don't even want McAllister, even if he was to come to us. I still think Man City's got a part to play. When the season's done and the transfers go up and they get their plan going, whoever might leave, I think he still goes to Man City, personally.
Do you know what the key is? The key is, and look, I think the board and also Gundogan have both come out and said, we're not doing none of this until we got too much to play for at the moment and concentrate on. So City can't fully make their mind up till they know what Gundogan and what Bernardo's doing. And with Gundogan, I think with Gundogan even more so, because Gundogan will make his decision up very soon after the Champions League, because ultimately he's a free agent, innit? With Bernardo has to wait for an offer to come in for him. So we can't even. But anyway,
I'm going to move on anyways.
Let's move on. But before we do,
50 million, then Elias saying 60 million, bro. You don't know. Then clearly you.
Okay. Watch Sky. Football 365, everybody saying that they priced McAllister and Caicedo both each at 70 plus million pounds.
Trust me, and people don't believe everything you. What did you just call? What did you just call him, by the way, Daps?
Who?
Fabrizio.
Tapping
merchant.
No. He's not talking about Fabrizio. He's talking about
no. I'm talking about Fabrizio. I am. Fabrizio's a tapping merchant as well.
Last season, his credibility went from here to down there.
He waits for other people. Bro. Listen, now, for me, Ornstein's that guy, in it. I believe what he says far more than
David Ornstein now isn't.
McAllister. I can't see that happening. They got Enzo
Fernandez. Hold on, Mo. I get what you're saying, that I think Ornstein's going to go a bit downhill now. But I've been given news before it's been announced through a certain someone that works very closely with Ornstein, right? And
he's definitely going to get stuff right. He's definitely, but not everything. People just believe everything. Like everything.
No, but bro, I'm saying, look, I'm not saying no journalist yet is always spot on. What I'm saying is, right now, I believe him more than I believe Fabrizio. Okay. Like Fabrizio is in the pockets, bro. If a club needs to boost the valuation of a player, Fabrizio will just tweet something out. Like
he gets paid for them, for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
But guys, before we move on, 250 of you here, and we're not even on 100 likes. So what is that about? What is that about, people?
Yeah, so, man, get this
you got to keep that wheel spinning until it gets to 115.
For people that have joined and don't understand, I big up Henry in the building, by the way. Love for that. People that don't understand, we're going through not just the top 6 clubs, so we're going to give a bit of energy to a lot of the clubs that are in the Premier League right now. So we just done a top 5 club. Tomorrow we might also do another one, but we might wait for it. Just let it marinate a little bit. Now we're going to talk about someone that's finished from 6th place to 10th place, and I'm literally going to show you in a second once it allows me.
Hold on, we've only got 111, so you need to keep it spinning. I need that up to 120.
That would be sick.
7 more likes before
I really want to move this cast like this.
You can. Do you want to? Do you fancy me, Mo?
It's you know what? You know me. I'm like very like about like organization and stuff. I'm like, this is.
All right, I'll ask you again. Then. Mo, do you fancy me? Do you need to see my face?
No, you're ugly as.
Oh, you two. Can I just let you know that's haram, by the way?
No, exactly. Like,
it's ugly as fuck. So.
Yeah, no, I can't lie, man. When it comes to branded women, you have to go for a certain height.
I don't even know what's going on now.
I did already.
Let's not go there, Mo, man. Let's not go
there. I did already.
2 more likes till it spins.
You're tall as Kevin Hutton. But anyways. Oh, wait.
I reckon you can spin it now. I reckon a like will drop in by the time it drops.
So all right, cool. Let's spin it.
People are going to unlike after we spin it.
Oh, now you said that, though, Will. Little kiss of death. There we go. There's 122.
Love that. So, actually, there's a few teams that's actually interesting.
Please land on Spurs.
Enough. Oh, wow. It's going to land on Brighton. Speak of the devil. Or is it? Just fucking land.
Yes, Brighton.
This is like Mo trying to make a point. Just fucking land.
It's Brighton. Cool.
Hey!
All right, let's talk on Brighton, because that's funny, because now they're going to lose McAllister and Caicedo, which is confirmed.
Do you know we shouldn't even talk on Brighton? Brighton's recruitment is so damn good that they're just going to, it's like, we get it. They're going to get it right.
Yeah, some clubs are going to be a lot easier to talk about than others, right? So, but if we are to talk on Brighton, because let's just talk on them like currently, maybe even give them the props they need or whatever.
But they need to strengthen their squad probably.
If you're getting, let's say they do get 150 million for both players that they're going to grab. Like, and Ciso is not going nowhere. Let's be honest.
Daniel literally, as you said that, Daniel wrote in Ciso City.
Yes.
So I think Ciso's not going nowhere. Evan Ferguson's is going nowhere. But they have brought in someone. Does anyone remember the hood from
Mahmoud Daoud? Yes, from Borussia Dortmund. Who left
for free. Yeah. He's got to do the McAllister. Wait, would you say he's more of a DM, attacking mid or centre mid, Mo?
At centre mid.
Centre mid. So he's going to take the McAllister role, innit?
It's exactly the McAllister role, box to box.
Exactly the McAllister role.
He's
the best.
Dude, you see people make it. You see people doing like their work early. They did their job. They finished their homework early. This guy is done and announced to be joining Brighton more than a month ago.
It's crazy.
They knew they're getting rid of McAllister, so they went to Germany, found the guy, signed him, and job done.
And look at this one, João Pedro. Remember the highly rated youngster that was that went from Watford? He's gonna be a baller. They're gonna play him left wing. So I think they lack people on the wing anyway, or right wing, should I say, to be fair, because you've already got Matoma. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna jump gun anytime soon. Evan Ferguson, they need another right winger. And you just put them front three together. I don't think he's gonna get loads of game time, but with João Pedro can play a striker, it might tell me either that's because Evan Ferguson potentially, I wouldn't rule him out having a price somewhere yet. And I don't know about people in the comments, but do you reckon Ferguson and Brighton have made a deal with a club that says keep you there for a year, and that's going to be João Pedro basically taking his place potentially? Does anyone think that at all?
No, the way they do business,
only.
You wouldn't be. You wouldn't.
18 only.
Pedro's but some players when they say if you're good, you're good. He's that good. He shouldn't even be at Watford. Let's be honest. He's been playing.
I'm talking about Ferguson. You're talking about.
He's been playing attacking mid for Watford. I don't think that's his best position though. I really don't. I think he's better as a winger. He's way more silky, especially in the Premier League. The way it is, an 18-year-old guy attacking mid. I mean, the only person you can say that is Foden, and even he didn't get the most time under Man City. Right?
I think they have a bigger problem, Brighton, is not McAllister at all. McAllister wasn't pivotal. I think it was more Caicedo to them.
Yeah.
Because Caicedo is the one that held the midfield together. And when he played right back, he inverted, which is Bissouma when he left. It was Caicedo.
Do you know Cook at Brighton, right?
Lavia.
Thank you, bro. Right. So here's the thing: that if Liverpool, I don't think City are going to go back in for him. That's not a City thing to go back, really. So if Liverpool
not for 55 million,
if Liverpool don't get him, I think Brighton would be the perfect step up. Brighton or maybe a Villa would be the perfect step up for someone like Lavia.
Too expensive for them. Pricey.
Yeah, you're right. Well,
55 million. Brighton don't do that work.
Not if they get 140 million for Caicedo.
No, Brighton wouldn't do the work like this. They would take the money, pump it into the club. I want to say
another name they're going to bring in. I reckon there's a player that's a highly rated youngster. I think his dad used to play. I was trying to show Steve as it goes. Another Argentine. So that's
yeah. I saw him. Yeah.
Anyone don't know his name? His dad is called Fernando Redondo. His child is called Federico Redondo. And when I tell you now, if he comes to the Premier League and he goes to somewhere like Brighton, I'm telling you now, Brighton are going to be absolutely scary as shit. Like, you think they play great football now? Now they're going to go further up the pitch because they won't need as many players. This guy is the future Busquets or the future Rodri. Like, I'm telling you, he is so good. You go watch him. You know when you watch a player and you see him, even though he's the under-17 tournament, might be a couple games here and there, but you know when a player just looks so mature for their age.
Yeah.
He plays for under 20. He plays with Perone. That's Perone. That's who he plays with.
He's 6'2".
He's still growing. He's still growing. He's wicked. His positional sense is too good.
Do you know, it's mad that you said that though, because do you know that Busquets came out today or yesterday and said who he thinks his replacement should be at Barca?
He said Rodri.
No, he said Rodri would be his ideal, but that would be difficult. He said Kimmich. He listed two others. That makes sense. He listed a younger from Barcelona, but it's mad that you've just said that about the future Busquets. How old is he, Cass? This Redondo though?
He's 20 years
exactly. 20.
Yeah. It's Fernando Redondo, isn't it?
But he's gonna be pricey for them. But let me ask you guys something about Lavia. Because Southampton got relegated, do you guys think there is a clause in Lavia's contract or something with them that he goes cheaper because this kid is never going to play championship? Let's just be real. He's not going to play championship football. He isn't. He has to go.
I don't know, man.
Do you know what? I hear you on that. The other thing is though that depending on his wage, often teams have to accept less because they can't afford the wage bill if they go down. Now, I don't know what Lavia's wage is, but a lot of teams often I know whose wage bill is it? Someone's wage bill's really
Leicester.
Leicester's wage bill is
but they have 9 players out of contract this year, so it doesn't matter.
I would love to talk about this player here. And I know Newcastle have linked with him, but talent. But yeah, man, we'll talk about that another time.
I actually think that Lavia, and this is my opinion, will end up at Newcastle United.
I I can see it, but I can't. Not when you got. You know what it is? I think the project can be
They have
definitely
no midfielders, bro. They have 3 midfielders. Overall.
They need to strengthen their midfield. Their squad depth. No, Newcastle was going to be a very good one to talk on because their squad depth needs to grow very quickly. Otherwise, because the whole thing we have to remember with Newcastle is that we'll wait. But is that as well as wanting to go on a run in the Champions League and probably they also don't want to get into the top 4, then drop out of it. That's not part of their plan. Part of their plan is to stay there and be able to go on and run in the Champions League. The one thing with Newcastle this season is their squad depth. When they drop below maybe their first 13 or 14 players, the squad quality really drops off. Really, really drops off. So I don't know for Brighton, but back to Brighton, who do they actually need? Look, we're saying they're going to need 2.
So from Sassuolo, they're literally linked with that Davide, what's his name? Davide Fratesi from Sassuolo. That's where De Zerbi used to manage from.
Oh, he is fantastic, but he's not a DM again. He's not a DM.
What do you reckon he is then? He's a
box-to-box. He's more of an attacking box-to-box midfielder.
Yeah, but with De Zerbi, look, I think the better question is, can Brighton get any better? Does anyone think Brighton do any better than this season? Do you really does this really put a lot of pressure on De Zerbi now because of the great season that Brighton have had? Now they got European football. We have to have the same argument. If Newcastle are now to be in Europe in the top league, we expect Newcastle to have their drop off before they come back up again, right? So it's got to be the same respect to Brighton. They're going to be in Europa. Can they play the same way in Europa? And second of all, are they going to finish 6th again, or is a better season for them?
Again, if they can play this way against Man City, they can play it this way against everybody.
But have we not seen when you've dropped out? Like they're about to lose Caicedo and McAllister, and I'm not saying Enciso he can't fill them shoes. I'm not saying that Davide Fratesi can't fill those shoes, and etc. But have you not seen when Brighton drop off a few of those players, 4 key players, by the way, which were all 4 of those I kind of mentioned. I remember it was Dunk, Caicedo, McAllister, and another one was maybe Matoma or somebody else or Evan Ferguson. The drop off is second to none. You can't play that 11 throughout the whole season and not get tired. Has no one learned anything yet? These are Thursday nights, by the way. Thursday nights. Same thing.
Thursday to Sundays are never good ones as well.
Exactly.
And it's traveling to nasty places as well that are just further and more difficult to get to.
No. Europa, that's more, I would say that's more conference, isn't it? With the choo-choo train and all that stuff.
Europa, all right. Europa's still worse in the Champions League, though.
I actually don't think that they're going to do as good as this season.
Did I just call it a choo-choo train?
I actually think that Zerbi will leave this summer.
I can't see it happening because they're planning already. If they're getting Sassuolo, Fratesi, I don't think that. If you're getting,
I don't think they are going to get him. There's still a discussion.
Apparently, they're submitting a 40 million bid.
Oh wow!
Yeah, no joke. The 40 million bid out of that money they're going to make.
Do you know how much Inter submitted a bid? 30 million euros
for Fratesi.
Yeah. On payments.
Here's the thing. On 3 seasons. Let's be real with the Brighton thing. And when you say, are Brighton going to have as good a season? That's where we have to stop and we have to look at the Premier League for a second and say, right, okay, so we expect City to have another good season. We expect Newcastle to have a better season. We expect Arsenal to go strong again. We expect Man United to go strong again. We expect Liverpool to be better next season. We expect Chelsea under Pochetino to be better. All of a sudden, we expect Villa with someone. Who is it Villa have been linked with today, by the way? Villa have been linked with someone pretty damn...
Well, let's just wait on that one.
Anyway, but what I'm trying to say is that Brighton could have another good season, but if other teams that maybe dropped off this season bounce back next season, then it's going to push Brighton further back down. So,
someone said Asensio. If they're linked with Asensio, I've fully signed for them. Yeah. Get rid of Coutinho, get Asensio in, makes sense.
Oh, they're cooking. He's got his. And someone said earlier, "Oh, I don't even know why they're in that Europa League because they're not gonna win that." And you have you forgot who their manager is? Like, them never count him out in that tournament. So I think with Brighton.
So hear me out about Brighton thing. I see your argument. However, if Brighton go and invest the money, I think it's up to them. It's not up to the other teams. If they go and spend the money that they're gonna get the right way, get a DM. Dawood is free. Pedro is free. They have depth in the center backs because they have 2 center backs other than Webster. They don't have a left back, but they have. They're gonna get a lot of money. They're gonna get a lot of money, right? They're gonna get a lot of money if they invested right. with the Zerbi full summer now, because he didn't have a preseason. Remember, he came in October to replace Graham Potter. Who says that they cannot be better than Chelsea next year? Who says that they cannot compete with Liverpool or Newcastle next year?
This goes to show the quality of managers. Then, if the Zerbi, I'm not joking. I think because Pep done it, it's his fault anyways. But because Pep highly rated him, and if he has a season where he keeps Brighton around being dangerous, including going further in some competitions, I'm not gonna lie. When Pep leaves, there you go, man. It's like stay one more year.
Yeah.
Maybe Pep might even leave next season. Like, look, I've done what I can do. I think you're ready to take the reins and take City to go and play the same football and go forward and further. That's where I think the Zerbi can be. But I think I don't want to give it the one season manager, because you know what, Mo? We saw this with Sassuolo, did we not? Sassuolo, when Escamacca, Locatelli, and everyone like that, they were balling out, and people were like thinking, "What the fuck? Where did this team come from?" And the next season, capitulated.
Cass, you just had a Jamie Carragher moment. Why did you all of a sudden try and put on a proper accent?
No, I don't know. Locatelli, innit?
What?
The way.
Jamie Carragher, Locatelli. No?
He said Locatelli, Scamacca.
No, Scamacca. That's how you say it, no? Locatelli.
No, it's the way you said Locatelli.
I didn't
tried to do the accent, innit?
I didn't notice, but what's it called? But with them, man, he capitulated the next season. It was done, and then pretty much left.
Was it him, the Zerbi?
Yeah, the Zerbi, because it was him. He went. He left.
I don't think maybe, but I see. Remember, managers evolve, manager grow up, manager mature. Him as well. He's not that old. I don't think that Zerbi's old. I don't think he's in 50s anyway.
He is 43 years old. And we talk about Eddie Howe.
So that's what I'm saying. He's not even a mature age in coach's age yet.
Oh my word! I don't know about that,
because I remember this guy used to play football like years ago. I used to watch this guy play football like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
so maybe he can mature now, take Brighton to the next level, and then from that he goes to manage a big team, Real Madrid, Man City.
Joey Barton. That was it. It was Joey Barton.
Yeah, there's a lot of obviously people going on from there.
But anyway, Brighton, for me, I think they can have a good season if they invest the money. That's it.
Your mic's gone.
Yes, as normal, as usual.
So overall, do you actually think? I think they have a worse season. They have to.
Because
they have to.
Oh, guys, I'm back.
Yeah,
because what? Depth. But they can invest now. They already got a free player. They already got two to replace two. Huh? And who said Caicedo was gonna be great anyway? Yeah, what I mean is that before the season, nobody saw Caicedo being that good.
It took two seasons. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Maybe I don't know, but anyway, Caicedo last season I didn't hear about him as much, and then this season he exploded. So maybe they get a player maybe they have a player up this in C. So this guy, who is this guy? I don't know who's this guy. Who this Bonaetti guy? This kid? Oh my God, who is this guy? How can this guy, the Zerbi, bring these guys to play the same brand of football? Anyway, I don't know. So maybe he has something up his sleeve. I don't know. But anyway, Brighton. I don't think they're gonna break into the top 4. I think they're gonna get 7th next year. Maybe.
I think if they can get European football again, then it's commendable, isn't it?
Depending on Liverpool's window, I'm thinking Liverpool might not still. It depends if they get like McAllister, players.
I think it's safe that for me, Newcastle won't finish in top 4. Can't see it, but I think they will still be like 5th.
Maybe.
How many we got watching?
How many we got? Like 280. Yeah.
So before you smash that like button, before you hit that spin button, hold tight, Jack in the cut. Yeah, we can try and be civil. Try and be mature. Let's see how long you can be mature for, Jack.
Won't take that
mature
long.
Flicks chill.
Yeah, I know. We'll see. We'll see. Keeps. I know. Maji's on the mature flex. Let's see how long it'll stay there. As long as it's more mature than the DMs you've been sending me and Cass recently, then we'll be good.
Yeah, I just ignore them now.
I've been ignoring them for months. Right,
much.
People. We are on 155 likes. We need that to go up to 170 before we hit this. And until then, I reckon, Cass, you should speak to us in more Italian.
One second. Let me get the translator up quick.
Balotelli, Ancelotti, Locatelli.
Tagliatelli.
Tagliatelli. Spaghetti pomodoro.
And then I'll just go Parmesan.
Oh, yeah. What, do a Doughboy or something like that?
Parmesan.
Oh god.
Okay.
Where is this? Wait, him and Turam.
Don't tempt me, guys. I'm trying to be
I'm just
grown
gonna
here.
check the likes that we're on now at the moment. We're on
158
How much?
people. There's 270 of you in here. There's only 160 likes, so we need another 10 more likes. Otherwise, we're just gonna be freezing. You won't see Cassie's face. You'll just see that Premier League logo. So check your like button, please. Take 1 minute out, 1 second out, 5 seconds out. Just check the like button and boost it up to 170, please, please, please. Also, while you're doing that, just to make you aware, obviously this weekend we do have the FA Cup final. So on Thursday at 9 p.m, we will have a FA Cup final preview. It will be to be confirmed, but I'm pretty certain it's going to be myself, Steve, and maybe MCFC lads, maybe Huey or Lewis. And then it's going to be for Man United, it's going to be Cass, it's going to be Ty, and then it's going to be the man himself, KG the comedian, who obviously I did a face-to-face with on DR before. So we're going to have KG the comedian on here. So it should be a lot of fun. And you know what? I'm going to make sure that he brings his soundboard as well. So Cass, we have to have actually, Cass, me and you might have to swap seats so that I can have your soundboard for the evening.
Yeah,
otherwise it's not really fair if it's two Man United soundboards against me. That could be mad.
That sounds
5 more likes, then we can hit that button, people.
Yeah, we're already a man down anyways. We got Ty on our team.
Woo! They're a man down. They've got me on their team.
Ty, that doesn't mean you have to message me on WhatsApp saying, "Are you being serious?"
Has he really?
No. But yeah.
4 more likes, people. We're going to do the Carefree Lewis way as well. Also, as well, actually, while those last couple of likes drop in, every day now, pretty much, Cass, I'm holding you to this. Every day, round about 12:30, we're going to be bringing you up to date with transfer news as well. Every day in the week, Monday to Friday, 12:30. Cass and we're going to call it Cass and Friends.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Next week, maybe. Yeah.
No, this week. This week.
I kind of just spin the ball now.
You can spin the wheel this week, starting tomorrow. So this is from 10th to 15th, is it?
17th. So we can talk about a couple of teams because there might be a dud in there like Bournemouth. You don't want to talk about too much. I think it's going to land on. Ooh. It's going to go on West Ham, innit? Nah, this is weird. Every time we talk about...
Yeah, it's going to go West Ham, of course.
West Ham it is then. Flipping. Oh, West Ham. I don't make sure Dan Lawless ain't in there. He might, some Arsenal fans might trigger him and think it. Remember, Dan Lawless actually said West Ham will finish above Man United this season.
Yeah.
He said West Ham would finish 6th.
Did I not say to you, though, when we were doing the predictions, that there was something about I didn't expect West Ham to have as good a season this season? I just didn't see it. I felt like last season.
You said that at the start. No, someone said that at the start. And I believe
it was me because I just felt like the season before. I think their squad was slightly overrated. To be honest with you, I do think that. Maybe not now, but I was saying Leicester's squad is better than West Ham's squad. I mean, I don't know if that was probably not true, but I don't know. I just didn't see him doing as well.
You know what?
Daps, I want to ask you something, Daps. Which one is a better competition to win? Conference League or Carabao Cup?
I'm going Carabao Cup, man. Who cares about no Conference League? Because some of these, remember,
the mad thing is, I'd probably disagree.
Some of these teams, yeah, don't get me wrong. I think it would be
I'd probably disagree, but
a lot of these clubs ain't won a domestic trophy in, I don't know, in donkeys.
It's mad because the way you'd look at it is, that in the Carabao Cup, you could quite easily come up against your Manchester City, your Manchester United, your Liverpools, your Arsenals. Whereas in the Conference League, there's a good chance that, if you were one of those teams, you're going to come up against lesser teams from other countries. But I don't know. I'll be honest. I think I probably would have gone with the Conference League. But
I'll tell you, in my opinion, it's a Conference League for one reason. Because a team like Brighton might not get to Europe in like 20 years.
Yeah.
And if they get to Europe, they would rather, you ask them, what you rather win? This Carabao Cup this year or the Conference? They would say, no, I would take the European trophy now. Because I know that I'm going to be in the Carabao Cup every year.
Yeah. So are you saying it varies from team to team? Because as Man United, if we're in Conference League or Carabao again, give me a Carabao Cup. Couldn't care less about Conference League. Personally.
But also in the same time, you won the Carabao Cup before, so you would want a Conference League to complete that. trophy case.
No, I don't care. No, don't give me that. I don't want to hear about no conference.
Okay, what about Spurs? If you ask Spurs,
no, man,
if
they
you
got
ask Spurs, they would go Carabao Cup or Conference League to guarantee them at least Europa League. They won't play any. Like, imagine if they win to this year Conference League, they would be top of a group in Europa League next year. Now they don't have any European football at all.
Hold on. So if Tottenham came, let's work this out quick. If Tottenham came second one season, I know it's unlikely, but if Tottenham ever came second,
they did,
they did, and then, or even if they didn't, right? If Man City won the league and Tottenham played Man City in the FA Cup final, and Man City won the FA Cup final, would that mean the Charity Shield would be between Man City and Tottenham?
If they won if Man City won the league,
yes, it would. It would. Yeah. So if Man City won the league, played Tottenham in the FA Cup and beat them in the FA Cup final,
Tottenham still get to play. Yeah,
Tottenham would play in the Charity Shield. So do you reckon that Tottenham's first trophy they celebrate in the last 20 years or whatever could be a Charity Shield?
Why?
Because there's more chance of Tottenham getting to a final and losing it than there is them winning the league or winning it.
They did. Don't you remember?
No, that was the Carabao.
Oh, was that Carabao? I'm not too sure, to be honest. Tottenham need a lot of stuff. I've got another question. So back onto West Ham, right? Yeah. David Moyes has had a fucking shit season, but in the cup he's had a great season. But he went out in the cups early. I think he went out to cup against Man United, if I'm correct, in one of the cups. Can't remember which one.
They're in the final, aren't they? They're in the
final to get their first bit of trophy, first bit of wear in how long? Should he get? Even if he wins it, should he get sacked? Because clearly he can't work with these sick players. Paqueta can't play with him. Don't see Cornet anymore. There's Declan Rice might leave, which is a big part of,
So obviously, you're saying what they need is a new manager first?
I'm going to say that. Yeah, I think they need a new manager.
Do you think Moyes might actually, if they win it, quit?
Nah, he ain't going to quit.
To do what?
Because a mutual thing that you've brought us, right? If he wins them their first bit of silverware, right, for however long, I don't think they would sack him, because that's harsh as hell. Yeah, I don't think they'd sack him, and he has been a very good servant to him. If they felt like Cass said that, you know what, we're trying to buy a better quality of players, but we don't think you're the right manager to work with those quality of players, so we want to move in a different direction to where you can take us, but we don't want to disrespect you by sacking you. So mutual agreement, he walks, and then
I think so. I just don't think I don't think in the modern day of managers, don't get me wrong, I think David Moyes can do a job. He could definitely do a job for a team like a Roy Hodgson to keep them up, maybe get a few points when you need to, some stability.
Get them into Europe and win a European trophy. Yeah, which Roy Hodgson also used to do, to be fair.
Yeah, I just don't think he's going to take... I just think West Ham are going to go back into a place where they're doing rubbish in the league, and before you know it, they're 5 games down or 6, 7, and they're catching up next season just on the whim of thinking, look what Man United did with Louis van Gaal. You won the FA Cup, finished 5th. Off your trot, mate. Not good enough. It happens. Do you know what I mean? And I get it. West Ham ain't won trophy in a long time, a very long time, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember them winning anything.
81.
I just think finish on a high and just go, man. I think there's just look what Brighton did, man. Just do something. Imagine De Zerbi had them players. I'm not saying they're going to go get De Zerbis. That's probably once in a blue moon type situation. But for me, with West Ham, it's like, look, you got look at their lineup. They need Skamaka. He's just come. He's not a bad player. He should be playing. Antonio had to come in. He's been hit and miss. Cool. You got Bowen. You got a silky player in Benarama who's had to play his way into the team somehow. Paqueta, that lineup is sick. You got Cornet. He's not even playing left back. You're still playing Cresswell. You're still playing Ogbonna. You're still playing players that.
So what do they need? So let's say let's put the manager to one side. We're saying Declan Rice is going to go. I think he will. I think even more so if they win. I think it's almost like if he leads them to win a trophy in Europe, then he'll be like, I can now leave as well, and everyone will be no problem whatsoever. So are we saying that's the position they need first? Or, I mean, I think they're...
CMDM, I'll say Amrabat. I'm going to say that. I'm going to check who they've been linked. Actually, no, I think I already know they did.
They need at least 3 midfielders to replace Declan Rice. The reason why, they actually have only 2 midfielders.
For now, Lanzini's leaving. For now, I think might be going as
well.
Have
only, guys, they have only Souček and Paqueta. That's it.
Fornals?
Fornals is not a midfielder, because he's a winger. He's a left winger for them. He's Saeed bin Rahma's sub.
Apparently they're linked with Carvalho on a loan. That might be that might be good for them. But I just don't trust.
Carvalho is another winger, another attack. They have 7 attackers.
He's not a winger. He's attacking mid. What you on about?
They need a DM. They have Paqueta as an attacking mid.
Yeah, but they need a backup. They need to rotate. It's like you need 2 in every position. Who have they got there? And I think Fornals has been playing out of his skin recently. He's the reason probably why they stayed up. He's the reason why they're in a final. They got Flynn Downs. You forgot about Flynn Downs.
Pablo Fornals doesn't even play, I think.
Yeah, he has been playing. And Flynn Downs, look, they just said it. I'm seeing people in the comments. Flynn Downs is a wicked youngster. Wicked little youngster that you got there, I think.
Yeah, okay. So that's 3. So they have Souček.
And they are linked with Scott McTominay.
Scott McTominay and Amrabat will fix the problem.
And Conor Gallagher. That's the last one I've seen.
So that's if they get these 3, that's them. That's their window. I think.
I don't know, maybe, but I think they need more than that because I think Cornet should be playing left back. I think as a modern day fullback, I think he'd be great for them. But who's their right back other than the Johnson guy?
They have Soufal.
Yeah, he's getting worse by the year, isn't he? But I suppose maybe not. Striker. I think they might need another striker. I know. Did they really?
Did you say Cornet plays left back? Cornet is a striker.
Yes. Now Cornet is more like a winger, isn't he?
Who are you talking about? You're talking about someone else. Cornet is a striker. Maxwell Cornet is the Ivorian.
No, I mean Maxwell Cornet. They bought from Burnley, I believe. From Burnley, right? He's a winger, isn't he?
He's a winger.
No, Maxwell Cornet is a striker. I swear to God.
He's a winger.
He's not a striker. What are you on about?
A striker, bro. He's a winger.
He's
a winger.
I thought he played as a striker this year sometimes for Antonio when Scamacca was injured.
I can't believe you just said he's a striker. No,
is he a winger? He's a winger, isn't he?
He's a winger / he's a very forward. Like I thought Maxwell Cornet.
So basically, he started off at left back, and at left back he was getting air goals and assists for Burnley, and then they put him left wing. That's where he was bought for.
And then he went there, and then they shifted him when Scamacca got injured to be a striker. Okay.
I think they should get rid of Cresswell and put Cornet back for the left-hand side. That's what I think anyways, because I think he'd be a wicked fullback still, and he can still do it. Maybe he has played striker potentially. I know it's a bit mad. But yeah, I think they should go. I think if they should do anything, I think someone just said it. I was going to say, go raid Leicester. Go get an Ndidi. Go get a flipping Harvey Barnes is a Harvey Barnes.
Yeah. Do you know what? They're the type of players that, West Ham should be looking at. West Ham should be looking at teams like Leicester right now and going, do you know what? There's a few of them. Same with Villa. Villa and West Ham, that level, they should be looking at, maybe even Fulham as well, to be fair, looking at some of them Leicester players.
Yeah, maybe Bella
Iheanacho.
Ward-Prowse, maybe?
I've seen Ward-Prowse has been linked. No, sorry. Yeah, I was going to say this earlier. Ward-Prowse has been very heavily linked with West Ham. Very heavily linked with him.
There you go, man. It could be that guy.
Yeah.
I think Moyes definitely needs to go from West Ham. Can't really see much else from it. Masa Kabashile O'Donnell, that like Napoli guy.
What, to West Ham?
Nah, I don't know. That Jack Napier has been an idiot. Drewsbury Hall, that's not a bad shout. Castagne's is a great shout. Castagne's a great shout. He's not gonna stay there. So, but yeah, man. We're gonna do another one. I'll say
one more. Yeah,
one more. I'd say. I don't think we could do the promoted teams. Forget them. They just need to stay up, I suppose.
Let's get those likes up to 200. Don't worry, we're not going to wait again, but let's get those likes up to 200.
Yeah, if you are all here, guys, 178. We're only 22 off. We're only 22 off. You boys and girls can do it, or it's whatever you want to be classified these days. Don't give a shit.
And you trees, all you trees,
yeah,
all you bits of broccoli in the comments, yeah.
It's
all you plastic bottles. Oh, I wasn't sending for before anyone thinks I wasn't sending. All right. I wasn't sending for anyone, I promise you.
I forgot to take West Ham out personally, but this is an interesting one. Out of all of them, this is very interesting. Nottingham Forest.
Less players than they bought last transfer window. Decide what keeper they're going to play with, because then they've got 3 keepers.
Oh, I don't know if they're going to make. I think they're going to make Henderson a permanent transfer. I hope.
Then they've got Navas.
Rasmus Holland's going Man United. What are you on about?
They got 3. They got Wayne Hennessy, Dean Henderson, and Keylor Navas.
I'm not banned from the terrace now. It's just I'm often busy when the terrace is on, so I don't go on the terrace all the time because Through the summer, you'll catch me more on here. I'm not doing as much of other channels. Don't
you think this would be an interesting option? Like, Chelsea need a new goalkeeper. Would you not say they go for Kane and Navas right now just to have a stopgap?
How old is he now?
Like 30. He's like 37. He's old.
But what wage is he going to want?
I don't something they can afford for sure.
Yeah.
He's 37. He'll say.
Don't you think it's mad that we're saying Chelsea need a stopgap goalkeeper where they've got two of the most expensive goalkeepers in the world?
Yeah, potentially. I can't believe that, man. Piss off, you flipping turd. But yeah, so not in the Forest. What do they need? Do you think Steve Cooper's the right man? Since he got them up, I think he deserves a chance.
Yeah, 100%.
Can they keep on to the likes? I know Lingard's going to leave. That's what a waste of money that guy was.
Yeah, that was awful.
That was an awful waste of money. I think everyone could have told you that.
He probably even danced less than they wanted him to as well, to be fair. At least if he would have danced, he would have gotten some publicity or something. But
do you think they can keep hold of Morgan Gibbs-White?
Yeah, they just bought him. Yeah, he's going to stay one more season. I think so. One more season for him there. I actually think this team is terrible. He's absolutely atrocious.
Who is?
Cheers, mate. Baby's gonna be crying soon. So,
no, seriously, atrocious, bro. Like the amount of players they have. So the people they added in January, the Danilo and the Scarpa guy, they are okay. But
Danilo, 100%. But don't you? I honestly think
Gibbs-White is the only player in this team that I rate. The only player.
Brennan Johnson.
Is Gibbs. I don't like him that much. I think he is okay. He's not.
He's quality.
See, that guy for somehow at the end of the season, he's the one who made them stay up.
But
you remember in the beginning of the season, people said that this guy cannot play football.
No,
and he didn't get a minute.
He was a bully. He just got injured. He was unfortunate, I'd say.
Maybe, yeah, but in the beginning, he was like not getting a minute, and then he got injured, and then he came back, and he probably brought them 19 points by himself.
I think they could focus on a couple loans. I'm happy someone said that. Someone like Cole Palmer, like that would be good for them on the left wing. They need a left winger, I think. Cole Palmer, 100%. He's a highly rated youngster at Man City. Go get him. There's another player I would say that, and I think they need I think Lodi. I don't know if they're going to keep hold of Renan Lodi, but if they can, that's a big signing. But I can see a lot of teams coming in for him. But if they can't, I'd go get Alvaro Fernandez off loan of Man United, who's highly rated. I think they should focus on loans and then focusing on what they need. And I would say they need a proper, like a box-to-box, like 6'8" type player. Like they really
should protest if they go for Cole Palmer. Daps should protest. It's gonna lower the players' quality and mentality.
Nah, do you know what, bro? I'm not gonna lie. So Cole, from what I've heard of a few people that know him quite well, I think Cole Palmer is likely to leave in the summer, to be honest with you.
Leave or go on loan?
Well, apparently
like Brahim Diaz and Sancho leave.
Well, interestingly, you said Sancho. Apparently, Cole Palmer favours a move to Germany. He wants to move to Germany. Apparently, he's not too keen on Pep, which probably means he's not that keen on working too hard. And I don't know, man. I think, unfortunately, because Cole Palmer was one that, obviously, I was a big fan of him, but he's had a full season here, being part of the squad, coming in. He missed a few sitters the other day. It gets to a point where, do you know what? The levels at City are very high. So I could see Cole Palmer being sold in the summer, to be honest with you. Not loaned out. I could see him being sold.
He's not young, though. He isn't young.
Well, that's why I think exactly, bro.
He is Saka and Martinelli. He should be playing week in, week out.
That's exactly why I think he'll be sold, because his quality is not. He's starting predominantly when in the games that like him, Phillips, Gomez, So I think Cole Palmer could be someone maybe in the Premier League might pick up, but like I said,
he isn't even a squad player. He isn't even a
squad
player.
No, he is. He is a squad player.
What I mean, a squad player is someone who is trusted to fill in games where you have rotation.
Is Calvin Phillips a squad player?
Not this year, apparently, because when you needed to rotate, he didn't play. That means he's not a squad player. I wouldn't be
surprised if someone in here will probably be able to tell me. I'm pretty confident that Cole Palmer has probably started more games than Calvin Phillips this season. But I agree with you. I agree with you. He's not.
Probably had more minutes for sure. Yeah, I think so.
I would say he'll probably go. To be fair with you,
man played 350 minutes in the Prem overall.
Right. And what about Calvin Phillips though?
I can check that.
think Calvin Phillips has had a similar. I think it's similar, maybe.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's exactly the reason why I think now he will go. But like I said, I've heard abroad.
So what? Back to Forest though. What do you think?
290 minutes.
Yeah,
so
there we go.
And Lodi's been linked with recently with Newcastle, which I think that'd be sick. That'd be so sick for Newcastle. So I think they're going to need a left back for sure. But I just think they need an 8. And I'm not too sure what they've been linked with recently. And I'm pretty sure Forest are going to go do a lot. I don't think there's nothing really wrong with their attacking lineup. More or less, it's with their left winger. I think they definitely need some sort of left winger, like for sure. Like, I know it's hard to say what you can piece on Nottingham Forest, what quality they can actually add, but clearly they can attract some sort of stars, some way, shape, or another. They can grab some quality elsewhere. They got Willy Bolly at the back with Felipe. I don't think Willy Bolly's that great, if I'm being totally honest. I think he's garbage. Who's that right back? Serge Aurier. Oh my word, get rid. What are you doing? Get another right back, man. He's shit. He is fast and cheap. Like, he's no good. Am I wrong?
Who do you think will be their main keeper next year then?
Dean Henderson. He's going for about 11.5 million apparently.
You think they'll keep and they'll make Henderson their
yeah.
One.
They got English manager, Brexit FC, man. It's gonna happen all day long, innit? So yeah. Rom said he can take Harvey Elliott. But I don't know. Honestly,
it's too good for them. It's too good for
trying
them.
to really scout what they could really get. I think they need to sell a lot more. They got a lot of 30-year-olds in their team.
Yeah.
In their team. And I think they still got to get rid of a couple of players. I think the only players they can keep really from the old regime is the only person they've got is Yates and the other centre back. Yates is not a bad DM. He's not that bad. He's not the greatest though. He's got some fire about him.
Look. So the first thing I guess you have to do is say what do Forest expect next season, and what I would imagine is what anyone after
again, man.
Do you think he's keep up or this time not to be in a relegation battle?
Yeah, I say stay up comfortably. Like where Wolves are slightly. Like don't make it embarrassing.
Yeah.
They got the.
So in that case, look, for me, I think they probably need to reduce the squad size and go in for players that are not as old. So still Premier League experienced players, but maybe one or two. Again, Forest would probably be looking at teams like Southampton, teams like Leicester.
Yeah. I would say so.
Looking at what players they can take from there. Realistically,
whatever team Leeds, there might be a couple gems in Leeds. And Yotto, that would be a great signing, but I don't think they won't.
Well, I mean, that Rodrigo, Leeds bought that Rodrigo, didn't they?
Yeah, I think it was,
years ago. Yeah, a couple of years ago. Yeah.
I can't. Where would you reckon Rodrigo would go? He's too good. He's too good to be in the Championship.
But that's what I'm saying. He's way too good to be in the Championship. So someone's going to have to come in for him. I don't know. That's an interesting one to see where he goes.
He's a very Brentford type player.
I think Jack Harrison's not a bad shout for someone.
I like Jack Harrison.
Brentford is an Ivan Toney replacement.
Yeah. Rodrigo is that player.
Yeah,
he's like a Brentford type player.
Yeah, because I think Arsenal need to go out and get Ivan Toney for me.
Yeah,
I think. That's
do you guys know that Nottingham Forest are 17th in the wage bill rank?
17th,
30 players, 17th. The only teams below them is Brighton, Leeds, and Brentford.
So a few of them are.
A lot of them are making like 60, 50K a week. 80 is their max. It's just very low.
Was that Lingard?
Yeah, Lingard's gonna go now, isn't he? So that's 200K off their a week.
Yeah.
Hold on, was he on 200K a week?
Yeah, because he's going for free, innit?
God damn.
No transfer fee pretty much covers that, I suppose, for the year. Amarit says Allister, Kane, and Thuram looking good for LFC. If you get all of them, that's a
Jesse Lingard to Luton. Who says no?
Wow. I don't know. I think they got to focus on outgoing. So
sorry, shove that super chat up again, please. I was rude. I spoke over that.
Oh no, I said Amarit said Allister, Kane, and Thuram looking good for Liverpool right now. So if that's the case, man, that's a sick window, man, and it's not by any means cheap, but cheap enough, I'd say.
Wages will be a bit on that.
No, I think their wage would be fine. Kane and Thuram ain't nothing special.
Yeah, McAllister will be. McAllister will want a bit, bro. McAllister's wage will want.
Yeah,
a bit.
but I don't think nothing not out of their reach. They won't spend more than 100.
You got to remember with McAllister. Liverpool's wages are high. Liverpool pay well.
I know they do.
But McAllister won't be going. McAllister with the interest. Look, we're saying there's other teams in for him. He won't be going for cheap. His wages will be quite high. But you're right on the other two. Although and Timber. Liverpool are heavily linked with Timber as well, aren't they?
I keep that guy away from my club, man.
Away from your club or their club?
Yeah, I don't want him. I don't want him.
Well, I've heard Liverpool in for him. So
I know it Liverpool in for him, but obviously the Man United links always flipping pop up. I don't like it.
It's because he's Dutch, bro. That's what happens.
Nah,
Actually,
man,
while we're talking on Dutch, just quickly before we end, Donny van der Beek.
I don't know what's going to happen with him.
Donny van der Beek.
What about
Injured,
him?
Is he injured still?
Yeah, he's still injured. He's been remember he had a nasty injury from time ago.
He
Back
isn't
from the
even
World
going to
Cup.
be a
was
player.
very bad. Donny van der Beek is a very bad signing, you know.
Yeah,
It's one of the worst signings I've seen. He's like, but he's
never
cost
get-
a
he
lot
never-
of
he
money for what he did. He never
Never got given a
he's
chance.
never
If I'm being
good.
honest. He
No,
never
he's
got given.
never good.
But he never got given a chance. To be fair, think about it. Go look how many minutes these guys played.
Why
He
didn't
barely
Lampard
scored.
give him a chance?
He did. He kept them up.
So
Actually, I
he
think
did
it
get a
was
chance at Everton. How did he look at Everton?
But who else looked good at Everton? It was a failing team, anyways. It's hard to perform at a failing team. If we're being totally honest, you got a striker that can't do anything. You got Dele Alli, you don't even want to be there. You got the defenders are absolute milking it, being absolutely worse than they were last season. You can't really do much. But
You lot will defend
not gonna-
Donny to death, innit?
the thing is, I want him to leave. He needs to leave. I just think it just don't work out. It's injury prone. Can't have that now. It's just not worked out for him in England. Maybe I think the pace is too fast for him in general.
Do you want Martial to leave as well then?
Yeah, he needs to go. And I need Ty to say it tomorrow as well.
Oh well,
Live.
there you go. That's your objective at 12:30 tomorrow.
Yeah, Martial needs to go. Like, I'm not joking. We're gonna probably talk tomorrow. We'll probably start saying like what players need to be sold, and I'm gonna start at the top of the perch, other than like Lukaku and stuff. It's Martial, bro. I don't want to. It might be an argument, but it has to be said. Garbage. I'm not joking. Even Rio Ferdinand don't rate him no more. And he likes a good baller or two, innit? So there you go.
He can go play 5-a-side, Martial. Would be absolutely fantastic.
He needs to go to France, man. Just do a Lacazette. Go to France, man. Go back to
I have a 5-a-side team. We can
Honestly,
pay him.
he's had rotten luck. Yeah, he has had rotten luck, I suppose, with injuries. But that's football don't work around you. Like after you've been given all the tools you need, you've been given time. The man's giving you faith. You've lost your explosiveness. Your attitude ain't probably been the greatest, if we're being totally honest. And that's fine, man. Sometimes it just don't work out.
Do you remember when he said that? Do you remember when Man United fans started saying Martial is going to save our season? He scored the hat-trick against Man City.
The thing is, if he stayed fit this season, we would have been a lot better off than we were.
But we all told you that he isn't.
Yeah, but you say that, but then he's got one goal off Jesus. But here we are.
But Jesus was injured as well for 4 months as well.
Yeah,
like Jesus himself was injured for 4 months as well.
I just want to put this out there to all Arsenal fans, right? So early, the season is over. My beef with Arsenal is done, right? We move on now. So I'm not getting involved in none of this Arsenal slander, Cass. You can pick that up.
I don't mind. It's fine.
Done now, and we will see who I'm beefing with next year. At the moment, my beef is with Manchester United, and then my beef is with you, man. Mo, yeah? Arsenal, I will go back to the way I was about Arsenal at the start of last season. And the way I was about Arsenal at the start of last season was I was a big fan of Arteta, a big fan of Jesus, a big fan of Zinchenko, and I was saluting them on overcoming every single hurdle. So we go back and we start again. Mo is vegan.
I don't know,
Mo just wants to drop subtle ones. You know, that's what he's doing.
If you lost the FA Cup this weekend, would you actually care too much?
Yeah.
Honestly, comparison.
This is a conversation. Right. So no, just quick. It's a conversation for Thursday, but just quickly. Of course, I'll care, bro. It's against Man United it's against Man United in an FA Cup final, right? And it would stop us from doing the treble. But a week later, if we win the Champions League, I'm not going to think, I'm not going to be.
Oh, I need us to win and you to win, because that would absolutely crumble Daps.
Oh my God! Hold on. Read that.
Mo, who cut off the ponytail? Why does everyone think you got a ponytail?
I don't know if he's watched a show where I've said that, or do you actually LFC for the double? Is that because you heard me say that I used to think he had a ponytail, or did you really think that he didn't have a ponytail? Oh, what's that? Benzema wants to leave Madrid.
You are the one who planted this.
Oh yeah, Benzema, yeah.
Well, no,
you said Mo has a ponytail. You're the one who said that Mo probably had a ponytail, and
no,
people
you
started
planted the
believing
seed
that
by
I
having a ponytail.
Mo shows the back of your head. It's like, what? Here you go. Anyway, listen, if Inter buy Martial and Maguire, I am not watching the team.
Maguire's linked to you, Juventus, and
I'm
Milan.
gonna say that if Maguire or Martial join the team next year, I am not watching the games.
Can you imagine? I can imagine it as well. Yeah, Lautaro Martinez leaving, Firmino going to you guys potentially, and then you get Marcel on a cheap, and then get Maguire as well on a cheap, and that's you done. That's your window. That would be amazing.
We're not gonna pay. We're not gonna be able to pay Maguire.
Why would you be mad anyways? Darmian and Ashley Young came to your club and still won. Why does it matter?
It's because of Antonio Conte. It's not because of anybody else. And like the next year, when Antonio Conte left, Ashley Young couldn't play.
The league is banter, bro. So it is what it is.
So's Mo's ponytail.
Mo, you'd be great for you guys though. You play a rigid system.
Did he just say our league is bent, bro? You got knocked out from Sporting Lisbon, bro. We are in the Champions League final. Like we are dead. We're in the Champions League final. So stop. What if we win Champions League? You will not be able to talk to me, bro. Did you win Carabao Cup and you're happy and walking the street? Drumming on drums. So stop talking about me. I know that our league is dead because we have no money. I know that. You don't have to say that.
You think we're winning the Champions League then?
We might, yeah. Why not?
I mean, look, Mo. This, you know what makes it worse, yeah? Cool. We're gonna buck you next season, probably, yeah. We'll play. We'll probably beat you as well. At that fact as well. Like I can't lie. Knowing
you don't understand the difference. We are not rivals because we're not even on the same level. You don't understand. I am not. See, I am not arguing with you. You have all the money. See the difference. Okay, I'm gonna let you talk, and then I'm gonna respond. I'm gonna give myself 10 seconds.
Cool. Look.
You have a lot of money.
Oh, he's not letting you talk. He's so pissed off. He just said, "I'm gonna let you talk." Then instantly started talking. Mo is rattled. Yes, we got him.
So Mo, you've had to play Benfica. And then you had to play AC Milan to get to your final, which is fine.
We played Benfica and Porto, who are ahead of Sporting Lisbon that knocked you out of the Europa League. With you spending money. You are not even talking sense.
No, am I allowed to respond, or do you want to keep talking because you're not rattled apparently?
No. You asked me something and I'm responding.
Cool. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, Mo, you're being very loud right now. I think you need to peg it down a touch. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, yeah. It's cool with it.
When you remind me with how poor I am loud. Okay,
Mo, so just do you remember a conversation when me, you, and Steve were out on Saturday? We were talking about Mo, and you said, I don't mind if Inter win the Champions League final because it's not me that he's going to be talking to. Well, boy,
yeah.
He's telling you you're not even on his level.
It wouldn't even be. There would be no focus on me. It would be calm. It would be focused on you.
Let me get things straight. If I win the Champions League against Man City, I'm not coming here to talk shit. I'm not rivals with Man City. I'm not rivals with Man United. If I win against Man City, it's an underdog story that won the Champions League, like Chelsea won against Man City. I don't know why people think that we are rivals with Man City. Man City, we never faced Man City before this game. I don't understand. People because you guys are making it that we never faced Man City ever before. I don't get it.
Cool, big one.
It's cool, man. I don't mind. You know what is? Okay. We lost to the best. We lost to the best Europa League giants of all time in Sevilla. That's cool, man. It's fine. They're in the final. They're in the final. At the end of the day, Mo, great. Your underdog story only had to go through Benfica and AC Milan, and
Benfica and Porto are better than everybody else. They are champions.
Man City only had to go through Bayern and Real Madrid, man. Like
Bayern, who barely lost the league to Dortmund. Real Madrid, who lost.
Next season, just make sure you don't.
When you go spend 300 million. If I go spend 300 million, you come talk to me.
You're champions. You're champions in AC Milan.
So they can do money laundering, and then you spend on your club, and then come talk to me. When I spend the same money,
wait, money laundering. Where did this come from? Who's made money laundering? Mo?
Qatari people.
Oh, so then you have to. Damn, I didn't know that, man. I think you're just a bit jealous, man. Shit.
100%. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you think I'm not jealous? I am definitely. I envy Premier League clubs that they have all the money in the world.
Hold on. You said I can't talk to you until we beat Man United, though, Mo. So what are you jealous of?
You? No, look. Our game is not your next game. Your next game is against Man United. We'll talk next week.
Hey,
after you finish
that's
your
more
job,
bro. That's respectfully to you, but disrespectfully to Cass. That's more.
Why?
It's more of a coach.
If I say your job is done against Man United, and you can talk to me now, I'm assuming that you already won.
You say warm up, then if you say warm up, that's with it then.
See, I'm not the one who's disrespectful. You are the one who's being disrespectful to Man United.
I just literally said no. I just literally said that. I said no disrespect for you, but every bit of disrespect to Cass. It's a warm up.
Make sure you win that because
oh my god!
You know it is.
You really think it's a warm-up game? I know that we're gonna leave this to the preview.
All right, hold on. So to answer your question, is it a warm-up? So at the weekend against Brentford,
you didn't win.
Just quick. No, we didn't, bro. We'd already won the league.
At Brighton,
how old? Because again, we'd already won the league, bro.
So if you don't win that warm up, so how many warm ups do you need?
So what I was going to answer about why it's a warm up, it is a warm up because against Brentford at the weekend, Ruben Diaz didn't play, Rodri didn't play, Gundogan didn't play, De Bruyne didn't play, Bernardo Silva didn't play, Haaland didn't play, Grealish didn't play. The next game they play is against who? Manchester United in the FA Cup. What are they doing? They're warming their bodies up, ready for you, man. So it's a warm up. It's a warm up.
So if you don't play anything, then it's barely warming up, is it? That's you're just resting.
So we rested against Brentford, and then we're warming up against you lot.
It's cool. So if you didn't, because you didn't have a warm up against Brian, you didn't have a warm up against Brentford. Don't make sure you win this, Daps, because then that warm up will be switched narrative on Inter Milan. I'm just saying.
Is that your point? Make sure you win this, bro.
Make sure you win
I'm well aware. We know.
And then if you don't win, is that also a warm up?
What?
If you also don't win, is this all warm up?
No, if we don't win it, it's a bottle job, bro. But we will win it.
It's not warm.
Oh my god, you think that it's that bad? You literally think that the difference between you and Man United? No, I'm being serious. Wallahi, I'm being serious. You really think in a derby game, Daps, not at the Etihad, it's in Wembley, so it's a neutral ground, right? You really think if you don't win against Man United, it's a bottle job? The difference between you and Man United now is that big.
I mean, pretty much got the advantage as well. So
I thought you said Daps there. So
Daps, I'm asking Daps.
Yeah. So based on the here and now, based on the Manchester City of the last 3 months, based on where we are, based on what we are achieving, and based on how bad Man United have been recently, yes, I'm more than happy to say if we lose this, you lot can say we bottled it against them, man.
They haven't been that bad at all.
Compared to us, they have.
I mean, you've been awful last couple of games too. But it's a warm-up,
come on, Cass. Off air, you do all this talk about how we'd already won the league, so you can come on and say this. What I'm saying is, I'm putting myself out here for the open. I am saying, that if we don't win this game, no problem. Cook me and say it's a bottle job. That game is a bottle job.
In a derby game, can you say that in a derby game? Anyway, derby game.
For me, it's not a bottle. You can't bottle. It's a final. You can't bottle the final. It's impossible.
Of course you can. You're already in the final.
Look, I'm saying, for us and what we're trying to achieve right now and what I've seen of Manchester United. Cass, you even know let's be real, against Newcastle. Let's be real and say what you say off air. You told me you were lucky that Newcastle did not score Chelsea did not score multiple goals.
Yeah, they could have got a couple.
You weren't happy with your performance against Chelsea, were you?
Attacking the space, I was happy with it because we created multiple.
So based on that, and based on Man City since we've hit the switch, let's be real, bro. We should batter you at the weekend.
I
don't know about batter, but I'll just switch the thing because your players.
You're definitely favorites, right?
Because your players haven't played, that means you're not as much sharp as you think you are.
Okay, no problem.
That's what I'm saying.
You're definitely favorite, Daps, but not that level. Like it's a bottle job. Means
guys,
it's in your hand.
You've asked me if I'm confident, and I've told you yes, I'm fucking confident. So if we lose on Saturday night, you can cook me, right? And now you want to be pissed off with me now. If you beat
I am not pissed off. I'm
both of you.
Of course,
listen,
I'm definitely not pissed off.
I've put myself on my own fishing rod. Yeah, I'm a big bit of bait. I've put myself on my own fishing rod and hung myself out there. So if we don't win, then you lot can have energy for me. Until then, hold it that I'm disrespecting Cass's fucking team and saying it should be a walk in the park.
I've got 2.
Because I swear a lot. That's why.
2 man on my line today. He's calm. It only took 10 minutes.
Oh no, I'm not on your line. I'm confused about why you two are trying.
I didn't say I was gonna. I didn't say we were winning. By the way, I didn't say any of that.
No, but I'm telling you we are. I'm telling you we are.
I didn't say I was confident on winning it, but it doesn't mean
I'm telling you I am though, Cass.
This is amazing, man. I love it.
Yeah, clip it all up, bro.
It's gone.
You're lucky. No, I'm not gone, bro. You know when I'm gone. Yesterday, when I wanted to come out there and smash the fucking mic off, that's me gone, bro. Today, I'm just confused at why you're pissed off that I'm so confident against your team.
Wait. Where does it look like on my face? But I've been pissed off.
Well, but between you, you're like questioning me for me telling.
I'm not
you
pissed
want
off.
me to be confident. I'm being confident and saying we should beat Man United.
Hey, there's one way to piss me off. Just talk about Mason Mount going to Man United. That's the only way that's pissing me off.
Or talk about Kane going to Liverpool.
Yeah, all that, man. That's fucking outrageous. That's actually
somehow Cass got pissed about that guy more than even Mason Mount going to Man United.
Yeah, I can disrespect Man United as much as I want, and he doesn't get pissed off.
Yeah,
but by the way, Jack, you got put in time out there because saying stuff about
there's no point in explaining yourself. There's literally
but he's playing well. Jack's been playing really well today until he comes up with talk about flipping that. What's his name? I don't even want to say his name.
Yeah, me and Daps did a watch. By the way, me and Daps are doing a watch along, and yeah, man, long day, man. Yeah, we are Saturday.
Fair enough.
You proposed it.
I wasn't sure if you actually
Sunday.
gone ahead with it.
I'm confused. It's Sunday.
It's us two, isn't it? Yeah, no, it's Saturday.
It's Saturday. Okay.
It's Saturday, right?
Yeah, it's Saturday. I don't know why people keep thinking it's Sunday. It's Saturday.
Well, I thought it's Sunday. Like
no, it's Saturday. I think
it's actually Saturday.
You know what? The Carabao Cup is usually on a Sunday, isn't it?
This is Saturday.
Yeah,
3 o'clock. 3 o'clock.
FA Cup is always on a Saturday at 3 o'clock. It's a bit of a traditional
because the Carabao Cup, that's why I was confused, because normally the Cup games are like Sunday evening or something. Sunday afternoon. But anyway, that'll be an epic game. Epic game. Can't wait.
Yeah. End the stream.
Bye. See you guys. Hit that like. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.